Today I fucked up by playing with my cat way too aggressively. I made this throwaway when my ex-fiancé cheated on me. I wanted to put his ass on blast online, but I never really got into doing it because I couldn't relive the details. Short background. We were together for 11 years before getting engaged. On our 10th year, I moved to a different country for a job and we agreed he'd move with me. He was very supportive. On our 11th anniversary, he visited me and proposed. We were engaged for 6 months when I caught him cheating. Anyway, this happened a few weeks after our breakup. Since I invited some of my colleagues to our wedding, we were all expats in the company, so we all became friends. I had to inform them about what happened and how the wedding would not push through. They were very, very sympathetic about it, even after I assured them I was fine. So much so that they gave me a cat so I won't feel lonely at home. A fat chonk I named Senor Goobert. Now Senor Goobs is a very well-behaved cat. He doesn't scratch or hiss and he's very chill. You can scratch him everywhere and we wouldn't flinch. I've grown very fond of him and at this point if he dies I am certain it would be more painful than getting cheated on. Now comes my fuck up. I bought Gooby a string toy and he loves it. His eyes just blows up and he goes crazy about it. Imagine a fat cat bouncing around just chasing a toy mice attached to a string. He was so fluffy I started scratching his belly. I guess he got overstimulated because I was a bit aggressive with the belly rub that he started kicking my arm away and ended up accidentally scratching me in the process. Since he never scratched me, I never noticed how sharp his claws were. The scratches were deep to the point blood was oozing out of my wounds. I immediately tended to it and continued playing with him. I never really thought anything of it. Until the next day when I went to the office. People noticed the bandages near my wrist, and I told them it was from the little goblin they gave me. "But you said he's very chill?" they asked in unison. I told them what happened and they just nodded and went on with their day. A few hours after lunch break, I got called into HR for check-in. I was a bit worried because I had no idea what they're checking in for. I got into the office, sat down the chair and immediately asked the HR, "Am I in trouble?" She said no and proceeded to ask me how I'm doing, nothing related about work, and how I'm coping with the breakup. She then said, "You know we are here for you, right? And if you need help, there are orgs that can help you, such as ________." That's when it hit me. They thought I tried to off myself. I laughed it off and assured the HR that my story was indeed true and it was just a cat scratch. She laughed awkwardly and told me she still wants to ensure me that they are there for me. 30 more minutes of awkward convo before she let me go back to my work. When I got back, my colleagues were waiting for me, asking if I'm fine and all. I told them yes, it was really Booger's scratch, and I will never try to harm myself. We went for drinks after and I went home to my cat, berating him for what happened. Too long did not read. Aggressively rubbed my little spawn of hell's belly, got scratched and colleagues thought I tried to KMS. Signs of a true cat lover. Mentioned cat 4 times, used 4 different names. Best parts of this story. 1. Coworkers checked in to make sure you were okay too. Cat 3. Cat nicknames. For what it's worth I think the bunny kick they do is more of an involuntary hunting behavior than a defensive move. The toy engages hunting mode, hence the eyes. When in hunting mode anything in that area will get the feet lol. One of my coworkers liked to play with his aggressive tomcat. He always wore long sleeve shirts. One day we were talking about cats, and he rolled back his sleeves. His arms looked like he was playing with razors. To some extent, he was. Cat tax. We must see the goobs.